Hi ladies, this is Amanda and this is week 4 and we are talking about body image, and this is such an important topic to me and to so many moms because it is so huge in our confidence, in our self-worth, in our love for ourselves, and we really carry a lot of weight about how we look. And our culture right now is focused a lot on how we look as well. And as little girls, we are taught that our job is to be pleasing by how we look and also pleasing by how we behave. And we can get tons of mixed messages about where we get our worth from. So we can get messages from social media, we can get messages from our parents, we can hear things spoken between other women, we can hear messages spoken to us personally. We can see it modeled by our moms. And so it is really, really, really important that we start becoming aware of those messages and lining them up with what's actually true. Okay? So a lot of times we get messages that our worth comes from what we look like, other people's opinions of what we look like, and other people's opinions of how we behave. And those are both tied very closely into our body image. So our body image could be connected to what we see in the mirror, right? And culturally, our culture is slowly becoming more body positive, but there is a still very small window of the population that is deemed as beautiful, and you have to fit into these close um, little guidelines to be able to fit in to what is deemed beautiful. And we buy that. We buy that and believe it all the time. And that's a lie. You don't have to look a certain way to be like a certain way that our culture says you have to look to be beautiful. And you don't have to look a certain way to be happy with how you look. And you don't have to look a certain way to love yourself. I really, really, really want to encourage you to do the work. Do the inner work of learning to love yourself. And it is hard. And sometimes it doesn't feel like you're making progress. And sometimes you're like, I don't even know if it's getting any better. But I want you to know that you are worth the hard work and you got to push through. And sometimes pushing through isn't like struggling. Sometimes pushing through is letting go of old beliefs and letting go of old beliefs and releasing this striving to be worthy and just accepting it. And a reminder is that if you are struggling with body image, which most women do, whether you're like, doesn't matter what your body type is or anything, we all struggle with it. You have believed those things for years and years and years, most of your life. So it's not just, I mean, it can change overnight and you can have big breakthroughs like that, but a lot of times it's a decision every single second to change those thought patterns, to receive more love, to do the thing, okay? So body image is so, so important. So like I said, body image comes from, right now, for most of us, comes from other people's opinions about how we behave and other people's opinions about how we look. And we think that we have to please other people by how we behave and how we look. But that's not the truth. The only person you have to worry about is yourself. Okay? And we have to start changing our idea of beauty in our heads. So a lot of our body image comes from our moms. And from her, we were modeled how we look after our bodies, how we speak about our bodies, how we allow other people to comment on our bodies, how we dress up our bodies, those kind of things. So I really, really encourage you to do the journaling work and dive deep into that. How did your mother look after her body? How did your mother dress her body? How did her mother speak about her body? How did your mother teach you to look after your body? How did your mother speak about your body? And this can be quite painful. And even if you have an awesome, amazing mom, there's going to be messages, because they're messages that aren't serving you anymore, that are not going to be helpful for you anymore. And it's okay. She was doing the best that she could with the information that she had and the love that was available that she was receiving for herself. And that is so huge, that we are able to identify the lies and identify the information that is no longer serving us, and be able to say, hey, that was their messages. That was what they believed. I'm going to give them love and grace because that's where they were on their journey. And now I'm going to choose my own way. And I'm going to work towards health and happiness and confidence in my body. It is so, so important. This week, we're going to be talking about two things. First is mindset. Second is self-care. And I know we talked about self-care last week, but this is actually like putting it into practice as far as what you need for body image, okay? So I am super proud of you for doing the work. I'm super proud of you for showing up. This is hard stuff. So I encourage you to take time for yourself, give yourself lots of love and grace, and do the journaling. Do the journaling, do the meditations. Love you guys.